The regular season has come to a close, the playoffs have come to a close, the Super Bowl has come to a close, and guess what? We won a Super Bowl. And when I look back at my stats, I'm incredibly proud of how I played in the regular season, how I played in the postseason, and how dominant I was in the Super Bowl to lead my team to victory. But as a rookie, I feel like I had an incredible amount of power. I went to the management and I said, look, I want a bigger contract. I want more money. I led this team to a Super Bowl with no one on the roster. Give me more money or release me. You know what they did? They released me. And because I'm a really good young quarterback, a lot of teams want my services. Now, the Jets may have thought I was trash and thought anybody can be in that system and win as their quarterback and go to the Super Bowl again, but these teams, they want my services. Now, to quickly run through these, see the 49ers, we have the Saints, we have the Cardinals, the Ravens. I don't want to go to the Ravens. We have that team from Washington. We have the LA Rams. The Dallas Cowboys also want our service. The Buffalo Bills, the Detroit Lions, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I mean, honestly, there are a lot of teams here that make sense, but I want to know from you guys down below in the comments, which of these 10 teams should I be actually going for? I'll leave a poll with some of my top choices as well. We'll kind of take the poll, we'll take the comments, and I'll use all that to make a decision. I'm not going to choose my decision fully until I kind of figure out where exactly I want to go, but I want you guys to at least help me make that decision by leaving your comments and voting on the poll in this video. Taking a look at the 49ers roster, their best player is a fullback, and then followed by that is Navarro Bowman, who's actually really old, coming off a couple of injuries. So this team is definitely a work in progress. I mean, there's some decent talent here at the quarterback spot. We got to beat out CJ. That's not going to be too difficult. At running back, they have Carlos Hyde, who's still good and still in his prime. If we go to receiver, though, who do they have a receiver? Pierre Garçon, who's very old, Jeremy Curley, Seth Roberts, and Aaron Burbridge. So it sounds like we'd be looking at playing for the Jets again. Depending on what these guys do in free agency, not a lot of talent here. Now the Saints are really interesting because Drew Brees, well, he's absolutely going. They let him go to free agency. I would imagine if they sign us, they're not going to sign Drew Brees because they probably wouldn't have enough money. But they have Cameron Jordan at right end. They've got a good right guard. Michael Thomas, a fantastic young receiver that I would love to be playing with. That guy could be really good. You have Mark Ingram at running back, a good left tackle. Adrian Peterson is still there. He's kind of an outdated roster. Vaccaro, Willie Snead, another good receiver there is with them. There's absolutely talent here. In backup running backs, you're going to have Alvin Kamara. So assuming AP retires or gets released or something, Kamara's right there too. At receiver, we can see again Michael Thomas, Willie Snead. You got Ted Ginn Jr., Travin Durrell, and then you have Tommy Lee Lewis. And then at tight end, who do we have? We have Kobe Fleener. So decent talent overall on the Saints, at least on the offensive side of the ball. Now the Cardinals are kind of low-key loaded. I mean, David Johnson, who's arguably one of the best running backs, if not the best running back in the NFL. Pat Pete at cornerback. Chandler Jones, Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger. You've got John Brown, a speedster receiver. Carson Palmer, we can easily beat this guy out. He's not going to be able to compete for a starting job with us back there. Then we've got a decent offensive line overall, like Marquise Lee, a wide receiver, Deion Buchanan. The Cardinals right now, to be honest with you guys, are my favorite, but I want to know what you guys think. Leave me a comment down below. I'm going to quickly glance at the Ravens roster, but they have nobody on offense that's really high up here except for Terrence West. So I'm going to go ahead and say the Ravens are not a team that I'm going to. Washington's an interesting team, and I would love to play with Jordan Reed, but I can't play for the Washington racial slurs, so we're going to go ahead and X them off our list too. The Rams have one of the best players on the defensive side of the ball with Aaron Donald, but then after that, it's a steep drop-off. You go from a 99 to an 89, but you do have Sammy Watkins, who's a burner, Todd Gurley, who's an underrated running back who gets his own yards each and every time. We've got Brockers, we got Maurice Alexander. You go to Tavon Austin as speedster. They can help out kind of in the wildcat formation. Robert Woods, another good guy for the receiving side for them. Dennis Pitta at tight end. Ogletree. There's talent there. They need a little bit more work. If I wanted to be a star, I could easily go to LA, get the publicity, get the jersey sales, lead this team to the promised land. But I think the Cardinals roster is better. It just depends if I want to go to a team that is built for a champion like me or needs a little bit more work to them. Speaking of teams that are built for champions, the Cowboys are interesting too, but honestly, I don't think they're actually for me. I mean, look at this team. They're loaded from top to bottom, but it almost seems too easy, and they still have Dak Prescott on the roster. So if Dak Prescott's not getting cut, he's a higher overall than me right now. I don't really want to go there and have to compete for a job. I'd rather be the starter from day one. So the Cowboys, we're crossing them off the list. The Bills' best player is an aging running back, and it's a super cold city. So I don't know if this is the best team for me. I mean, their fullbacks in their top three. Marcel Darius is getting a little old now. This team doesn't really have a lot of weapons. Tyrod Taylor's still there. I'm going to give that guy some room to breathe. So the Bills off the list as well. The Lions are another solid team wanting my services, but Matt Stafford is still there, and he's actually still pretty good. He's only 30. Golden Tate would be cool to play with. I'd love to play with Marvin Jones as well. Theo Riddick's a solid running back, but the Lions, I don't know if they're the best fit. And the Buccaneers have some crazy jerseys and a crazy roster. Mike Evans, 94 overall at 25 years of age. That is a stud receiver to have for a really long time in my career. McCoy, you got OJ Howard, who's a really good tight end. Levante David, I mean, their defense is good. They have a lot of offensive weapons. Doug Martin, backup running back. Jameis Winston is still there. Technically, I could beat him out for the starting position. I don't know what they would do with him if he's going to put a lot of pressure on me trying to be the starting quarterback or the franchise guy. He's a really good locker room guy, but do I want to go there and compete with Jameis? But still, this roster is super tempting. So there you guys have it. That is my dilemma. I need to know what team I should be playing for in this upcoming season. So leave me a comment down below with the team out of the 10 teams that I named for you. Those are the only teams you can select. Leave me a comment down below with what team I should go to, why I should go to them, and then vote in the poll for some of the top teams. I'm going to take all that information, I'm going to put it together. I'm going to make a decision about where I play in 2018, but no, regardless of where I play, I just want to make sure that I win a championship.